We cannot give up. We cannot give out. We cannot give in.
John Lewis was born into the segregated world of rural Alabama in 1940.
When I was growing up, I saw those signs that said, white men, colored men, white women, colored women, white waiting.
The son of black sharecroppers, Lewis devoured books as a child. The words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke to him loudest.
Seemed like he was saying to me, John Lewis, you too can do something. And I would ask my mother, ask my father, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, why segregation? Why racial discrimination? They would say, that's the way it is. Don't get in the way, don't get in trouble.
But trouble would find him many times. As a student leader in Nashville, Tennessee, Lewis was beaten for peacefully protesting segregation at restaurants and on buses. In Selma, Alabama, police cracked his skull as he led 600 marchers across a bridge.
We intend to march to Montgomery to present certain grievances to Governor George C. Wallace.
At age 23, Lewis was the youngest leader of the March on Washington. 2 years later, President Lyndon Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act into law, protecting black Americans from discrimination at the polls. The act would foreshadow Lewis's own political career. He was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1986. His consistent defense of human rights during his decades of service earning him the title, the Conscience of Congress.
John R. Lewis has dedicated...
In 2011, Lewis received the Medal of Freedom from Barack Obama, the nation's first black president, a moment Lewis called amazing and unbelievable. And in 2016, he was honored at the opening of the National Museum of African American History, the museum Lewis had proposed nearly 30 years prior. But even then, the statesman's work was not done. Lewis continued to champion liberal causes like universal health care and the rights of undocumented immigrants.
History will not be kind to us. As a nation and as a people, we can do better, much better.
Remembered as both fiercely partisan toward his Democratic Party and fiercely independent, Lewis's legacy is his bravery in the face of perceived injustice.
Have this abiding faith that there are things that are so right, so good, so necessary that you're willing to die for. Be not afraid.